apply pressure. I'ma apply pressure. I'ma apply pressure. No mercy. No mercy. I'ma give you no mercy. Baby, I'ma give this.
You're now in tune to Convos with Mr. Cooper.
Welcome to Convos. Of course, I'm Mr. Cooper. Man, listen, I'm telling you, this experience of revamping my podcast, giving you more of the visual side that you deserve from this podcast and from me, has been like exhilarating. It's like it's an adrenaline. Did I get that right? Adrenaline rush. Yeah. Say that. Sometimes we fumble in the words, but it's been that for me. It's one of a kind. This experience is one of a kind when you have something to say and you have an audience to listen, and it's worth something with with what you're saying. You have something worth listening to. That's what Convos is. That's what I bring to the table. And that's what I'm looking forward to as we do each and every episode. One thing that I wanted to do today was reiterate something that I did in the beginning of Convos. There was an episode entitled Get Your Independence. You can go back and listen to it. It's on everywhere you listen to podcasts. Yes. Convos with Mr. Cooper, obviously. But in that, I spoke about realizing your true potential without depending on a paycheck. At the time, I spoke from this was way before the pandemic, obviously. This was about, I say 2015 when this episode came about. And I spoke from a place of watching my mother grow up and work for the state, take care of 3 children on her own, no help from anyone. I watched her while working go to school, rededicate herself in her love of cooking and became a certified chef. And still working for the state, still raising children, and then creating her own company, basically. The company's name is entitled Sisters in the Pot. You look us up, and by us, I mean my family. My family, the Cooper name is well known in West Palm Beach, Florida. Not for, anything that people in West Palm are known for, but for great cuisine. My name, the lineage of my name, is attached to great cuisine in this city. Yeah. If you didn't know, now you know. You can look it up. Palm Beach Post articles. Look up Teresa Cooper, Chef Teresa Cooper, Sisters in the Pot. Look up how many articles that was written about her and about my grandmother, Dr. Cynthia Cooper, about everyone that had a hand in Sisters in the Pot, how they were a staple on Clematis by Nights, when they used to have Clematis by Nights on Thursday nights down on Clematis in West Palm, all the way to the green markets on Saturday mornings. I don't know what the green markets are now, but they were dope back then. It was lines around the corner. Not just that, the boat shows down in West Palm, lines around the corner because she had the great cuisine. Let's not forget, 4 years in a row, best vendor at Sunfest. Yeah. So needless to say, she motivated me into becoming an early entrepreneur, wanting to do it myself. She motivated me in doing so by doing what she did in continuing the legacy of my grandfather, Albert Cooper Jr., continuing his legacy of great cuisine, she took it a step further and became a double certified chef, created her own product line of seasoning. Yeah, it's just dope to see. So I used her as an example in that show, and it was entitled Get Your Independence. And a part of that was she showed me the importance of working for yourself. She showed me the importance of standing on your own when all the odds are against you. I will give my mother the credit for that. For real. I also spoke on realizing that when you work for a job and you work for a company or a corporation, that you're a day away from being replaced. Yeah, that's going to sink in a little bit. I let a little bit of this music play so it can sink in a little bit. Yeah. You're a day away from being replaced. It's just what it is. And if nothing proved that to you, what was the pandemic? I was saying this back in 2015, 2016. You know, there is something in independence that unfortunately half of the world will never understand, because everyone's been so programmed. And when you're programmed, it's easy to stay programmed. You know, it's kind of difficult to break away from the matrix, right? When you're so conditioned. You're conditioned to get that paycheck. You're conditioned to trade your time for the money, but really your time doesn't really add up to the amount of money that you're worth. And you got to balance it out. You know, you don't really have the freedom to come and go as you please. You don't really have the freedom or the ability, like I said in the last episode, to leave your job to your children. That's you definitely can't do that. So I spoke on that and the importance of independence. You can go and, like I said, listen to it. It's a great listen. But today it's Get Your Independence Part 2. I'm coming from a different side. I'm coming from my side, my business and my business partner, and what we've experienced through the pandemic, and building the platforms that we've built. We've built it for the independent culture. And I'm going to be totally honest in how I see it. Now, you can go and look up my partner's plenty of videos that he's left on these topics of, you know, the independent artists. And this right now, I'm speaking solely to independent music artists, independent content creators. It just, if you're a creator and you monetize and you figured it out, right? You're a creator and you claim to be independent. Do you know what comes with being independent? Sometimes you got to do that shit by yourself. That comes with creating it, funding it, everything from top to bottom. Yeah. That comes with promoting yourself. That comes with putting yourself out there, putting yourself in front of the masses. You know what made it easy for you to do that? The pandemic. It made it totally easy for you to be seen, for you to be promoted, for you to be put in everyone's face. You know why? Because everybody had to sit their ass home. Everybody had to sit their ass home. And what were they doing when they were sitting home? Yeah, that. They were on their phones. So the pandemic, that era, it really showed people who they really are. Like, it really showed you. If you really was just talking about you wanting to do something, or putting your money where your mouth is, or let's not use the term money, putting action behind words, you know, you got your outcome.
First I let my wheel spin, then I let my spring fall, then I let my trunk beat, then I let my trunk beat. First I let my wheel spin, then I let my spring fall, then I let my trunk beat, then I let my trunk beat. First I let my wheel spin.
Here's the question that I pose to everybody that's an independent artist, that's a creator, that works for yourself, that's an entrepreneur, because that word entrepreneur is thrown around a lot. It really is. And I see it differently. I'm not just an entrepreneur. I am a creator. I am a visionary. And those that create, in my opinion, should have some semblance of a vision, which would make you a visionary of sorts. But part of being that visionary is following through. I tell you, the hardest part about what we created with the Signature Series network, the most prestigious network in the land, we created something that the independent content creator, the independent artist, the director, the writer, if you wrote a screenplay, you know, if you have a sports organization or a sports team, if you're a gamer, you know, we even got channels for children. We created something to help the independent culture. And you know what we realized during these last 2 years? Y'all don't really want it. You really don't. What most people are doing, they claim to be independent until you have the opportunity to go mainstream. Forgetting the whole while that you can really do it on your own. Yeah. See, everybody's, you know, you're not really independent because you're really looking for somebody to do something for you. I mean, it's, you know, really, what's the sole reason that you would want to get signed to a major or, you know, whatever? What would be the reason, right? To get money from them for them to do XYZ for you, and you just sign your life away. That's pretty much that. That doesn't scream independence to me. I tell you what, the way I will change my view on people claiming to be independent when it comes to music and in that field is if the actions change. The word independent ain't just a word. Like, it means that nobody can tell you what the fuck to do. Nobody can tell you how to move. The greatest example of an independent artist really, really doing it, honestly, is La Russell. Shout out to La Russell too, though. But if you look at how he's building his platform, this man is totally independent and showing the way. There's not a lot of people out there that's doing it. If you look at Blaze Hunter, if you look at myself, Blaze It Up Radio, the Signature Series Network. Yeah. These are things that we are literally like nobody else in the world. We have platforms like no one else in the world. And it's set up for you to win as a creator. But what we've seen is people lack belief in themselves. How can you claim to be independent and you don't even believe in yourself? Wow. I told you this Get Your Independence Part 2 was going to be different. I don't really want to be independent. But for those of you that do, for those of you that are listening to me, for those of you that are seeing me right now, know that it can be done. It's very fucking possible. And I get it. Shit, life be lifing. I know. But if you just take the chance, really believe in yourself, really go after what you want, eventually you'll succeed. This wasn't going to be that type of long, drawn out show. I'm trying to really school people short term because I know a lot of people's attention span is very, very short. So you get what you get with me when I come on and I do these shows, man. I want y'all to get every nugget, every piece. And if it don't make sense to you first, listen to it over and over and over again until it does. Because it's all coming from real shit. The best thing for me happened at the worst times. And I haven't even dug into that. But I will. I told you this time, I'm giving it to you all blood raw. Straight up. This is not a facade. This is somebody that really genuinely wants to help people. And I'm here. I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to winning. I'm dedicated to my family. I'm dedicated to those that are dedicated to me. And any help that I can from this podcast to help somebody think different. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It takes one person to just shake up your thoughts, to make you believe in yourself, to make you believe that things are really, really possible, man. I hope that I can do that for y'all. Thank you for taking the time to come in and listen. Just know that when you come and you vibe right here on Convos with Mr. Cooper, you're going to get something out of it. You can follow me at iamtherealmrcooper, as always, on IG, on Twitter, The Real Mr. Cooper. Hell, you can go and listen to my music. Actually, I prefer you to go listen to my music and go vibe out. Just type in Mr. Cooper. It's no period. Mr. Cooper. You can go listen to No Mercy, the No Mercy remix, I Love Your Dress. You can also subscribe to the Signature Series Network That is www.signatureseriesnetworktv.com. Subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Also, download Blaze It Up Radio on your local app store. All right. This has been another episode of Convos. I'm Mr. Cooper.
Let's do it. I don't see nothing wrong. You got it. You got it. I'm about to give you no mercy. No mercy. No mercy. No mercy.